You who might. Oh, here we go. We're being recorded. Welcome, everyone. We can start over and just take a deep breath and land here. Thank you so much for coming and showing up because we have something wonderful in store for you today. We are going to help you to open your receptivity to receive healing. And when you come away from today, you will have some wonderful tools to help you in your life. Because really, if you boil everything down to one word in terms of our spiritual growth, that one word would be open. Open. Because when we're open, we can receive the divine blessings that we're swimming in all the time. So we're going to help you do that today. So Ron and I welcome you here.
Well,
And yeah. So what I would like to start with is just a little bit of background about me, which is I have been chasing miracles for a lifetime. I am so interested in miracle healing because it is tapping into our unrealized divine potential. And that is really what we're here to do, to actualize our divinity through this human experience in this lifetime. And if you're here, I'm sure you're feeling the call to that. And so, one of the things that Ron and I are doing together as we're coming together with this WeHeal retreat is we're really tapping into a new paradigm in healing, which is about group coherent healing, collective effervescence. This is what scientists are calling when a group gathers together and together their vibration raises and their group intention creates miracles, which is just an instantaneous shift in consciousness. So we're able to take huge leaps in our healing and we're able to have very profound collective healing and individual healing when we gather together with this intention. And you're going to get a taste of that today. So let me introduce to you Ron. I want to say that, I'm always on the lookout for those extraordinary human beings and that have these sort of capacities to do things which I believe we all can do, but maybe they're not realized in us yet. And when I met Ron, I received my own personal miracle healing from him. And I went to an event and I was really sick. I had been this very bad deep cough for over a month, really bad. And when he came over to me and I can see energy, this beautiful frequency came in of vitality. It just came in into my body and literally lifted out whatever was there that was causal to all those symptoms right out. And it was instantaneous healing, instantaneous clarity. And I've seen him do this again and again with others. And what happens when I'm in the room with Ron is it's like the roof comes off and the angelic realms come in, the divine masters drop in, and it's just filled with luminous light. And it's almost like the higher dimensions collapse into the third dimension, is what is happening. And that's when miracles can happen. So Ron holds a very balanced masculine and feminine energy, and this is rare. So I'm so honored and grateful to be working with my friend Ron, and I'm going to have him talk a little bit now and share a little bit with you. Thanks, Ron.
Janai, thank you so much for that beautiful introduction and sharing. I've only known Janai for a little over a year, and I agree with her. The moment I saw her and the moment we started to exchange, I knew there was something unique about her. I knew that there was something very special in how she connects to the energetics, to the angelic realm. And She is correct. When we are together and we spend some time talking or sharing healing sessions, what I find is a luminescence and a presence that opens up to receive God or divinity at the highest levels that I know. It literally is looking, easiest way to explain it is it's like looking at a sister. It's like we're born from the same parent, and we all are. But I see that within her, the way she is able to access the energetics and bring that into what is going on for people is a gift. And I'm very blessed to be able to engage in things of this nature with a person and people of this caliber because I don't get to find it very often, although I know they're out there. And just a little bit about me, I have always had access to this arena. And for years, it is something that was just natural. My life brought me to close it down, but then the essence of who I am would not be denied. And it kept pushing its way out over and over and over again. And as I allowed myself to surrender to it, I began to see a beauty in life that I had always known, but I had forgotten. And what Janai is talking about with that miracle healing potential that is available to us when we talk about the coherence, that is something I have always known. And this is the opportunity that we have to bring this back to the world more actively. Our mindset limits our ability to heal. What we have been conditioned to believe has taken over the essence of what we are and what we have available to us. We are a being of infinite potentiality, just waiting to be tapped in order to birth that in every moment. Realize that you are a living, breathing moment. You may be this way in this instance, but that instance transforms into another, and you can be something new and fresh if you were to honor the nature of who you are. And that's what this is all about. And that's what we're bringing to you today. That's what this retreat is all about.
Yes, and it's about all of us. It's not a lot of the spiritual movements in the past have been very hierarchical. Um, and so there was, a guru or a teacher, someone who everybody sort of gave their power away to. And this is a very different kind of experience. This is about stepping into our power, empowerment, all of us together in a very balanced, divine feminine, divine masculine way.
Yeah.
And when we Ron and I got together in the same room, and this happened a number of times, the energy, something happened about the energy coalescing. Of course, we both work independently, and most of you know this or have had experience either with me or with Ron in the past. But when we came together, something magical happened. It up leveled us individually, and then there was this collective sort of upgrade. And it was so interesting because we saw all the ascended masters lining up, and it looked like they were going infinitum in every direction. I've never seen so many. And they said, you know it's time. This is the time on the planet to empower all those who are called to step into their divine embodiment, to an embrace of their divinity and their humanity in that frequency of wholeness. And this is what heals. This is what the planet is needing and what we're all individually needing. So we're going to offer a taste of that. Now, I want to share with you, we have a testimony from Amrito because Amrito and I did a retreat back in May, and then Ron came over after, and Amrito was in some real physical pain. So Ron and I work with her. So she's going to share her experience, her personal experience of our energies and the divine energies coming through us, working with her. So let's bring her on for a moment. Thanks, Amrito, for sharing.
Thanks, Janai. Thank you, Ron. So lovely to be here with you. Before I go into that, a couple of practical things. Ron, I think you're going to have to do it. There seems to be a setting where the panelists and attendees can't turn on their videos. So if you can figure that out while I'm talking, that would be great.
Okay.
And then everyone else, attendees, if you can accept the panelist invitation, we'll be able to see you and we would love to see you. Those of you that didn't hear that before. Um, and yeah, so I feel so blessed to be one of, I believe, only two people on the planet until today who've experienced receiving healing from both Ron and Janai together. And it was a spontaneous event, not arranged, at least not by us, right? But it
Okay.
felt so arranged to me, and it was so profoundly transformational. And one of the things I experience with each of them, with each Janai and Ron, is that they each bring through divine feminine and divine masculine together as wholeness, inseparable within themselves. And then when they work together, whoa, it's incredible, and it's so rare to experience people that really bring through both and embody both. Um, so I had been struggling with both a wrist and thumb and hip problem for probably at least 3 years. And I can show you with my hands on my right hand. I couldn't, I couldn't move my thumb over like that. I mean, it really hurt even to go that far. I couldn't bend my wrist like that. Um, Now I can. And my hip was sometimes completely collapsing on me, but frequently just really painful to put weight on, to where walking upstairs, especially, I'd have to lead with my left foot like that and hold on to the handrail. There was even one day when I caught myself about to ask my, at the time, 89 or 90-year-old mother if she would go upstairs and get something for me. And it was like, that's nuts. But that's how much it was impacting me. It was difficult. And I was getting a lot of information from people that I was saying no to, that was saying, you need to go and get an x-ray. You probably need a hip replacement. I was very resistant to that. So I received this healing from Janai and Ron, and it was so incredible, very emotional. It was way more than a physical healing. It was, uh, it changed me in a really deep way. Um, and And it changed physically as well. I could feel the energy moving in my physical body. Um, and Afterwards, I just felt like a new person. And then in terms of the physical, it wasn't an instantaneous, complete healing. It felt different. I could feel things were still happening, but it's clearly been a progressive healing. But to give you an idea of how far I've progressed, 10 days ago, I went and did a ropes course with my two-step grandkids and had such fun. No problem with my wrist or my thumb, no problem with my right hip. It was wonderful. And so thank you, thank you, thank you.
Oh, you're so welcome.
Mm,
You're
you're
so
so welcome.
thank you for
Thank
that
Um,
you.
beautiful
and
gift.
so I also want to say, that was just a little taste. That wasn't an event. It was a small taste. I lost all sense of time, so I don't know how long it actually took, but it certainly wasn't a 2-day weekend healing event. Um, So, just imagine 2 days of healings through these guys. Um, and there's something when more of us come together where the energy just magnifies because of what's wanted, more comes through. So I just think I know this retreat in October is going to be incredible, such an opportunity. So if you haven't already signed up for it, I encourage you to do so. It's October 5th and 6th in Sedona. We'll put up a link towards the end of the session, and I think Janai and or Ron will talk about it more, but I just want to put in a plug. This is such a rare, incredible opportunity, and don't miss it. Enjoy it. Jump in and enjoy today. Let yourself receive.
Thank you, Amrito. Thank you for sharing that. I'm so happy for your healing.
Thank you.
So we're going to set you up for receiving and give you a few tools to become more receptive to the energy. One of the things that I notice because I can see energy is I often will see when I take people to see miracle healers in the past, or I'm doing healings myself, I will sometimes see this beautiful, profound healing energy just bouncing off people's fields. And I was really curious about why that is. And what it comes down to is really our ability to be open, like an open hand rather than a closed fist. We don't realize it. It's unconscious usually that we walk around like this, but we want to open, especially in this safety of the frequencies that we're bringing through today. And you can tell by the way that they feel. You can trust your own intuition about this. So I'm going to give you a few tools to become the open hand, like the rose opening to the sun, and the fragrance can just, express. And in so many ways, when we open, we let the healing in, but we also let our gifts out.
Yeah.
That's the other extraordinary thing that happens. So we heal and then we contribute, we
Yeah.
serve. And that's fulfillment. That's a deep level of fulfillment that emerges from that combination. So we're going to sync up. We're going to do a group coherence flow. And I just want to tell you a couple things as I'm guiding you through these. And the first is we're going to learn to exit the mind, because the mind keeps us in the past and the future. Everything we want is in the present. Healing is in the present. Divine union is in the present. Everything is in the present. And so we want to exit the head and enter the high spiritual heart. And the thing is, though, most of us build walls in front of our heart. You've probably noticed, because we've been hurt. That's just part of the human experience. However, there is a back door. And when we open that back door and enter, we can enter that heart cavern where our power is and activate that unconditional love from within. The walls begin to start melting. It's such a beautiful thing. And discernment begins to be up leveled, which is what we need in the world. We don't need walls when we have discernment, right? So I'm going to take you through a little bit of that. And then also I'm going to take you through how to ask, how to best ask. And when we ask for intervention, intercession, it happens. And I'll tell you why. Because the beings that we work with, the light beings, are what's called non-conditional. They don't interfere unless we ask, because they respect our free will. So we're asking for that intercession. And we can also be as specific as we want. So I'll give you a prompt and then you can fill in what you're asking for today. After the guided, we will go into a transmission. And Ron and I will transmit through this form. We're often overshadowed by the masters. So you're welcome to look in our eyes if you wish, or close your eyes, whatever feels most congruent for you. Okay. So let's start with all getting our energy synced up first. Okay. We're going to start with that. So take your hands and rub them together. This opens up your hand chakras and allows the flow to start happening. All right. And then hold up your hands. All right. We're going to create a current of energy that's moving through us first. All right. So we're going to just start to, the divine beings are encircling us in beautiful light as we call in the angelic realms. And we call in the realms of the ascended masters to encircle us. And to amplify the energy, Ron is going to take us through some tones.
So what I'd like you to do is just center into that heart space, that high heart, and the opening at the back of the heart that Jenai was speaking of. And we're going to use the tone ah. And with every breath, as you inhale, you are breathing divine essence in with the feeling and the knowing that with every breath, the divine is breathing you into being. You are being reminded of your true self. So let's just take a nice, gentle breath in. Don't overbreathe. And it's going to be ah. Inhale. And if you're not trying this yourself, please do. Again. And just settle in and feel how you've shifted. Feel how the energy within and as you has expanded. Feel the connection within and amongst all of us.
And you may notice a tingling in your hands. That's the flow of the energy, or a hot or cold sensation. Just be aware and observe the energy as it's flowing in. And then you're going to just take your hands and place them on your high heart. I want you to imagine that your nose is located right where your hands are. As you breathe in, you breathe in through this heart center as if you no longer have a head. Your head is just invisible, and your consciousness is located here at your high heart as you're breathing in and breathing out. Breathing in and breathing out. And breathing in a great peace. And breathing out anything that is not peaceful. And notice how there's a beautiful golden door on the back of your heart. And that door is opening as you enter into this cavern, this beautiful rose quartz cavern filled with the frequency of compassion. And this compassion is like a divine pool that you become immersed in. And as you enter and immerse yourself in this liquid compassion, you feel that everything is welcome here. Every part is welcome. And you begin to expand this compassion out with every breath. This pool of light begins to grow and expand and increase. And as it increases, it joins with all of us. And this pool starts to become an ocean, and it's infinite And we welcome whatever is here, leaving nothing out, nothing at all. And even some of our walls can begin to come down as you just repeat these words. If this feels resonant for you, I am safe to receive. I am safe to receive. I am safe to receive. And now I'd like you, just with your internal intention, silently to yourself, you're going to ask for what you most need today. I am safe to receive. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you for the gifts and the bounty. As Ron begins to help us to breathe in God, the divine, through our form.
Allow yourself to look at your breath as not breathing in oxygen, but the recognition that every time you inhale, the divine is breathing the memory of who you are back to you. You are being breathed everything you could ever require to be whole and to live your highest truth. Every time you think of your breath, it is your spirit tapping your human saying, it is time to breathe in the divine love that you are. And then when you draw that in, allow it to come into that high heart area. And as you feel yourself come to the complete inhale, you allow yourself to just pause for a moment and feel the gratitude that can come through you for being gifted that which you have been asking. And then very gently, in your own pace, you breathe it to the body, through your body, and beyond your body. And you gift it to all life on this planet. Because the gift of receiving you is also the gift of sharing you. So let's come together as we just pause for a moment, feel the will to feel that divine breath coming into you. Inhale gently, deeply, with gratitude, receive, and then breathe it out. Breathe in once again, whatever you wish to receive, and then breathe it to you, through you, and beyond you. Just receive this beautiful transmission of divine beauty as the angelics, as the masters surround you fully. We are encompassed in this beautiful sphere of divine love and truth. All of these beings are in and as their love to help us remember how to be this. Just
As you
breathe.
begin to receive this transmission, you can have your eyes open and look into our eyes, or you can have your eyes closed. As we begin to transmit healing frequencies that are most needed, that you are calling for, that create healing and miracles. As we go into silence now for some time, and your only job is to receive what is most aligned for you. Just as you begin to breathe a little deeper, imagine yourself as a straw and you're just pulling in what is meant for you. Your intention to receive, receive, receive allows more to flow in. And if you have an area right now where you're experiencing any physical discomfort, and you can, place your hand there. If you can't, just place your intention there as these healing frequencies begin to focus in on this area, as we allow this divine grace to enter, to soothe and calm, to recalibrate and realign. And now, being in greater service to the greater good, I'd like everybody to begin to send this energy out to the earth and all our inhabitants, all of humanity, all of the beautiful animal kingdom and the flora and fauna, as we offer in service this unconditional love to anyone in need. So we all may remember our nature as love. And notice how the energy is expanding exponentially in service, how your heart opens even bigger as we send this light through us. Wow, beautiful.
And remember, being of service is a natural, organic state of being. We automatically and innately, through reception, we gift. We emanate everything we receive. You are a radiant expression of all that you wish to receive and become. This is what the world wants. It's what it requires. It is natural. So as you breathe, radiate this into the world as a thank you for all the world has given you, all life has shared with you. Nature shares itself freely. This is us. We are it. Just breathe that truth in and know who you are once again.
And now noticing how you can bring the energy back to that area of discomfort, and there's more power in you. There's more flow, more of this healing flow coming in because you've just opened yourself. You become more receptive in the service of the greater good. As you bring your attention now back to yourself, feel the greater influx of this divine energy pouring in towards you as you've allowed it. Reminding yourself that you are receiving and it is safe to receive. Beautiful as you take this in. Now we're going to use some of this energy that we've created to demonstrate some individual healing. And I'm going to have you raise your hand if you would like to be considered for that. And you want to also have your video image up so we can see you. Now, when we do these particular healings, and maybe actually I have Ron, would you talk about that a little bit while I go through and find the person? Thanks.
When we seek truth, we open ourselves to align with our true essence. Everything we have just done brings us to a core truth that we are perfect. The very essence and nature of us is that we are a divine presence, a divine essence through and through. As we continue to align with that and remember, reintegrate that in, we begin to feel whole as you've begun to feel today. So to receive a miracle healing means to allow yourself to receive a truth that you are whole, you are healthy, you are healed. These are all innate states of being that we have forgotten. The miracle is the choice to remember and breathe into form who you are. Feel worthy of the gift of remembrance. Feel worthy of the gift of being radiant, of being loved, of caring, of being kind, and receiving all of that as well. This is who you are. And as we do this as a collective, it creates the opening for the individual that is being focused on to not only receive more easily what it is that comes to them, but realize the gift of healing for the individual radiates and emanates to every single one of you. So
Yeah.
the miracle for the one becomes the miracle for the many.
Yeah. So this will ripple out. We welcome Sam. If you could unmute yourself, Sam. And we'll see if we can get to more people. And Sam, could you tell us what you would like support with? Thank you for joining us.
My healing my guts.
Okay, good. So do you have any discomfort now at all?
I did, but it went away. It went away.
Good. So the healing already started.
Yeah, it's already
Great.
started.
Okay, so we'll just deepen that already. So I'm going to ask you to put your hands, both hands, just gently and lovingly on your abdomen. With a tenderness, a beautiful tenderness. And I'm visualizing and seeing, actually, I'm saying what I'm actually expressing what I'm seeing with my inner vision. I'm seeing the hands of Mother Mary coming and tenderly, with this fierce tenderness, overshadowing your hands and pouring in this beautiful, beautiful white light. She's saying it's the light of forgiveness, and that this is caused by things you weren't able to digest in your lifetime, especially early childhood. And so there's this forgiveness coming in that's creating this ability, heightened ability to digest old trauma and wounding that you've been carrying that has now caused the physical symptoms. And so everyone else, you can also do this. We all have undigested trauma and wounding from just being human. As we allow this to just pour in, I hand it over to you, Ron, to continue.
As you breathe this in, you are breathing in the spirit, will, and courage to own and embody who you are. You need not be afraid of your power, of your potential. And the power and the potential is to be love and to receive love. All I see and feel is a radiance coming from all of these the angelics as well as the masters as they channel that unconditional love into your heart space, as it emanates and just soaks into you. Your whole being is receiving this, and the heart is embracing your gut. It is embracing even your mind so you can release the conflict, the contradictory thoughts and patterns that create the confusion and twist your digestive tract into a knot of uncertainty. Breathe those knots free. Allow that energy as it comes into you and it pours now into your abdomen through your navel, opening you up so that the entire abdominal cavity, every organ, is being blessed with love and light and the memory of wholeness. Everybody, breathe this in for yourself. This wonderful individual is choosing to be a conduit of divine grace and beauty and love, and transmitting it through her as she becomes it, to gift you the memory of wholeness and to have a healthy and healed digestive tract. And that is moving up into the chest cavity as the rest of the being is being gifted wholeness. The mind is at peace. The confusion is fading. And now comes clarity. Trust your gut. Trust that intuition that comes to you. Doubt it no more. Just listen, feel, and become. There it goes.
Sam, would you, if you can speak, sometimes the energies are very intense. Could you share anything that you're aware of or experiencing in this moment?
Yeah, I can feel light pouring in into my navel, up through my body, and then back out like a geyser kind of.
Beautiful, beautiful.
And just it's so peaceful and serene, and yet so powerful all at the same time. I feel really good.
Good. I want you to stay in that. Just go ahead and stay in that. We're going to bring someone else in here. Beautiful. And just continue receiving. Thank you, Sam, for you helped everyone with that. I'm going to bring in Michelle Campbell. Hi, Michelle. If you could just unmute yourself.
Hello.
Hi, welcome. How can we help you, Michelle, today?
I live with chronic pain in my neck and in my head. Behind my eyes are burning all the time.
Okay.
And it's been going on for so long that it's now becoming debilitating in my existence, and I'm losing who I am to the crushing pain.
Okay. Thank you. Thank you for sharing that. Could you, on a scale of 1 to 10, give me the level of pain now, right now, with 10 being the highest, just so we have a measure?
About a 7 or 8.
Okay. Thank you. All right. Just opening yourself to receive what is in your highest good. I'm noticing this beautiful energy coming down. It's like a very gentle spiral of opalescent light. And it's coming down very slowly over your crown chakra, flowing down just very gently over the head. And it's going at a very, very snail's pace, but it's coming in this very gentle yet effervescent light. And interestingly, there's a lot of that vitality frequency there. Chronic pain can rob us of our vitality and our life force. which is what we need to heal. So I see this beautiful effervescent light coming in and swirling down around you. Now it's entering the fifth chakra, the throat and the heart, and going down lower and lower. Beautiful. And I'm going to ask the entire group here to hold this vitality with me, if you will. Just imagine this vitality is flowing to you as well, but also through you in service of Michelle's healing. Yeah, this opalescent light coming through. And I'm noticing in your central column, Michelle, some energy that is heavy or dense in your lower chakras beginning to just gently melt and move out. This feels like emotion. We all have stuffed emotion that we store because we can't process it. So we store it, which is quite wise at the time. But that emotion, when stored, can cause dis-ease in the body. And I see this beginning to just gently melt. Nothing is forced, no effort, just an allowing and a letting go. A gentle surrender. As Ron, as you bring in your peace for Michelle and group.
Allow yourself to realize, because with what is going on within all the different guides that you have, but also within the Ascended Masters, they are teaching you to live in the moment more than in the past. Part of your system has gotten a little confused of what now is. So as you're breathing, just feel your heart and breathe in the will to be present now, to feel how safe it is right now. So ask yourself, am I safe now? And if you can feel that, you can say yes or nod your head. Okay. Now we're going to bring forth a higher degree of confidence and trust that right now, with all of these beings that are around you, all the people that are on this call, you are being held in the safest possible space there is. You are being held in the memory of what it is to be in the divine womb, to receive all of the nurturing you require to be whole, to be healthy, to be vital. How does that begin to feel?
It's scary.
Mm-hmm.
It makes sense, and it's okay that it is. Within that scariness, can you feel where there might be threads of excitement that you're having hesitancy stepping into for fear that they might be fleeting? Yeah, there you go.
It feels hopeful.
Good. Just breathe in that hopefulness. Breathe it right into your neck.
Mm-hmm.
Right now, they are channeling so much grace into your neck, into your heart, and into your lumbar spine, your low back area, the pelvic region.
Mm-hmm.
Because that lower part of your body is also where some of this has been stored. And that's created a disruption in the energy flow going up and down through your spinal cord, through that pranic tube, through that central line where the divine meets form, and then where the form meets the divine. And this is your opportunity to feel your divine nature. There we go.
Mm-hmm.
How's that starting to feel?
Yeah, it's coming in,
Yeah.
integrating. And just check in, Michelle, and just see if you notice a difference, what you observe in the level of pain. You were at a 7-8 before. Just kind of see where you are now. Just tune in and see how it feels to you.
It's feeling more muted.
Good.
Good.
Yeah.
You're noticing a decrease in pressure.
And Michelle, if you just gently, I'd like you to do this like you're hugging yourself. And everyone can do this if you'd like. This is a really beautiful practice. And just repeat after me, Michelle. I am safe. I am safe. I am loved. I am loved. And just take that energy in. And just check in now and see how that feels for you. This is something you can do before bed or and to remind yourself of the healing energies that you're immersed in. I can see more openness in your heart field when you did that. Yeah, can you feel that?
Feels like there's less clamping down.
Good.
Good.
Good. Yeah.
So much. I'm so grateful.
Thank you, Michelle. Thank you for being open and asking. Thank you so much. So there's a lot of hands raised, and we're just running out of time here. I want to invite you to come to participate with us in October in Sedona, because we'll be immersed in these kinds of energies for 2 days straight, and so much can happen in that time period. And we'd really love for you to be with us. And we have some wonderful surprises that we're going to bring in, including some friends of mine, which I saw on the call earlier. Gina and Nirmala will be coming live to do the Christ consciousness transmissions for us, which is an incredible experience. They'll be in person. And we have some other amazing things that will be happening at this retreat. Would you like to speak to some of those, Ron?
Part of what we would like you to realize is that this is going to be an experiential journey. This is an opportunity to open yourself to experience a level of truth that resides within you. And you will begin to be given an opportunity to feel yourself in life in ways that are rarely known, but are meant to be our true way. So as we go through this, the entire journey is going to be a gift of continual work of self, of aligning to your heart, living and breathing every moment from there. We will be doing hands-on healing. We'll be moving through the room and gifting each and every one of you what you require, but also sharing that with the room, because this will provide you with that opportunity to feel the connectivity of each and every one of us. And then one of the greatest gifts that I feel this is as well, it is to feel the divine feminine and the divine masculine embodied. Jenai and I are very balanced within the feminine and masculine within ourselves. And when we come together, this amplifies exponentially. And when you know yourself as whole, and you can feel the feminine and the masculine converge to create a union of wholeness, everything in you begins to shift, because we are not meant to carry that wedge of separation. And this is what we will focus on dissolving and eliminating, is any need to be separate, but activate the yearning to be whole and to feel each and every one of us as a gift. You will also be receiving amazing healing codes that'll be specific for the time. We live in a world where we have forgotten who we are. And these are opportunities to activate and reintegrate that which is our divine birthright. And that is a miracle in and of itself, to remember you. And this is what this is going to be for.
Mm.
So if you'd like to add.
Yeah, and I just want to encourage people to take advantage. We have, for the next 24 hours before it expires, the early bird special. So you'll receive $55 off if you register now for the retreat. And I also want to let you know that we'll be doing an integration Zoom call after the retreat. So a lot of times you go have these peak experiences, but you don't know how to integrate them. And we will be doing a call with you a couple weeks later, 3 weeks, we're not sure exactly yet, but we'll let you know, to help you integrate and process everything, all the transformations that have occurred. So we look forward to playing with you and showing you, helping you step into your ability to be a conduit of grace. Many of you are facilitators. Many of you are out there in your community doing wonderful things and wonderful work. And you're light workers. Otherwise, you wouldn't be here. You wouldn't be called to this free event. And so we're really called right now, all of us, to step more fully into our light and be that. We incarnated for this purpose at this time in the planet. The time is now. As Mary Magdalene said when she appeared to me a number of years ago, the time is now. So it's exciting, and we want to um, celebrate and joy with you, because healing doesn't have to be hard. Healing can also be very joyous and easy. And that's what happens when the balanced energy comes in. It's a very different experience. It can be a very blissful experience, a very loving and gentle experience. So we really look forward to playing with you. I'm not sure if there's any questions, but let me just check. Okay, it looks like we're good. Feel free to reach out to myself or Ron if you do have questions or you do want to talk about the retreat, and we'd be happy to answer those for you. Thank you so much for coming. We hope to do some more free events in the future.
Thank you very much, everyone. Take gentle care, and we look forward to seeing you soon.
Namaste. Much love.